Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Karen Marie and today I am going to talk to you about some spring and summer plans. Now I'm going to do this in at least two parts because there are so many things that I want to make for the coming season. And, you know, to prevent this from becoming an hour long, I'm going to split it into two parts. So this sort of episode is part one, and it is about dresses and skirts. Before we begin, I'm sorry if I look a little bit scruffy. I've been outside today with my youngest. We went up to a nearby lake where there's also sort of jungle gym outside play area for children, and I spent some time there with my youngest sister and her two children. So we've had a lovely little excursion this Sunday, and yeah, just got back in and couldn't really be bothered to make myself up for this video, but you know, two things. I am wearing the Galaxy tee, and I made it in this really summery nice jersey that I got from Stofflykke last year. They sadly no longer have it, but it is this really summery and nice sort of a panel almost. So I had to think when I cut this out, but yeah, I really like this one and I've been wearing it lots. The other thing that I wanted to tell you is that I went up to the farm yesterday and I met up with my younger sister, and she tried on the red gingham blouse that I made for her, and it fits her. Yay! Always, you know, when you're making something for other people, it's always a gamble, and this time I didn't even have a pattern, so I'm so pleased that it fits her. She really liked it, and she put it on immediately and just started wearing it, which is also a good sign. Okay, so yeah, let's get started with some plans. What do I have planned? It is proper spring now, and I really want to make some new summery makes. I did have a look through the sort of photo archive on my phone to see what I wore last summer, and I do tend to wear like jeans, shorts and tops a lot, like almost all the time. And while there's nothing wrong with that, I do really think that I want to mix it up a little bit more and make some more like dresses and skirts to sort of make the most of my separates. So yeah, so let's start with the dresses, shall we? I have a few like very favorite patterns when it comes to dresses, and I think my number one favorite is the Friday Pattern Company Davenport dress. I've made 3 of those, and I really do think that I could do with one more. However, I don't really have the right fabric for it at the moment, so I will keep that sort of on the back burner for now. The other sort of favorite pattern I have for dresses is actually a Burda Easy pattern, and I can't remember which number it is now, but I'll put it in below. And it is a jersey dress, and it has this sort of empire line shape to it, so it kind of is elasticated straight under the bust, and then it has a v-neck but not too low, and it has like these really lovely quite roomy sleeves with an elasticated cuff that sort of reach 3/4 length, about that. I've made a couple of those before. I made one last summer in a very like summery spring fabric, and I love that one. But I then made one this Christmas in sort of sequency blue and green, which I absolutely am in love with. But it is not a particularly summery make, that one. So yeah, I think I need just one more of those. And this is the fabric that I'm going to make it from. This is a sort of peach pink jersey, cotton jersey that I got from my local fabric shop. And yeah, that's the right color for it. And yeah, I really like this one. I have it in purple too, which is basically more my color, but I'm trying to challenge myself a little bit. So this is going to be a Burda Easy dress. Okay, then I really want to make I think it's the French Poetry Stella dress. And I did make that last year in a yellow viscose. And I absolutely love that one. I never wear yellow, but that one is sort of like a lemony yellow. And I really, really like it. There are two variations for the Stella dress. There's one that has sort of a full circle skirt, and one that has a skirt with like godets. And while I really love the way that looks on other people, I'm pear-shaped. So I'm trying not to sort of emphasize my hips too much. So my job is sort of balancing out things. So I'm going to make the one with the circle skirt again. And this time I'm going to raise the waist just a little bit, like this much. And it is supposed to be a drop waist, but that's not the sort of the best look for me. So I'm going to make an adjustment there to sort of help me with that. I had planned on making it in this sort of really lovely viscose linen in this like perfectly blue color. However, I'm not sure why I thought I had enough of this, because I don't think I have like even close to enough of this fabric. So I am now considering in switching it for this one, which is a bottle green linen, viscose linen that my husband got me when he was in Algeria. And I definitely have enough of this. So that might be the substitute there. The next thing that I want to make is the Silver Saga Ella dress. And both the Stella dress that I just talked about and the Ella dress for Silver Saga, both of those dresses are on my Make 9 list. So they are going to be made up. I don't have a particular fabric for the Ella dress yet. It's quite fabric hungry, that dress, so I need probably something like 3.5 meters of that, and I don't think I have any fabric of that length available at the moment, so I'm keeping my my eyes open for that. I recently bought, just a couple of days ago, I bought the new Tammy handmade Gia dress. It was a launch sale and I think I got 20% off. And this is not a kind of dress that I would usually choose. And that's because it is a sort of a strappy jersey dress, and I don't tend to go for dresses that are sleeveless or strappy because I don't really like to have my shoulders and upper arms exposed, mostly because I have a very fair skin and I burn easily, but also because I'm not really comfortable in being that exposed. However, I saw this dress on the lovely Rachel from Stitched Up, and I thought, you know, I think I need that one. It can also be made up in the top, so If nothing else, if the dress doesn't really work for me, I can always use it as a sort of a good base layer. But I did think that I had the perfect fabric for this one. And it is this cotton jersey from Self-Made. I believe they still have this one. It has really good stretch and recovery. So it's almost like a rib. And I think this would be just so perfect for the summer. It has this like really bright blue color, and it's so like saturated. And I think, you know, I can just fancy myself walking down the high street with an ice cream in this dress. So yeah, I really want to make that up. This dress also has a shelf bra inside the dress, so I'm not particularly big busted, so I think I can get away with a shelf bra, as long as, you know, I'm not going to run the marathon in this dress anyway. So. The final dress that I really have planned to make up is a work in progress that's been in my naughty pile for at least 3 years, I think. I do not like to have like unfinished business in the sewing department, so I do really want to make this up. So I'm going to unpick and really most likely sort of start over with that dress. Oh, I forgot to tell you which one it is. It's the Vogue, oh goodness, it's the Vogue dress that everyone wanted to make. Vogue, I want to say something like 9258 or something like that. I'll put it in. And it's been sat in my cupboard by my sewing machine for a long time. So I'm going to make that up this summer, because I think it is a gorgeous pattern. It's just, it needs to be made up now. So, you know. Okay, so skirts. I don't tend to use that many skirts because as I said, I tend to wear like shorts and tops or dresses. However, I have some skirt patterns that I really want to try, and one of them is the True Bias Mave skirt. I really like the look of that, and I think it could be a good like staple in my wardrobe, and I'm trying to be a little more brave, a little more adventurous, and then, you know, really go for it. And I think such a simple skirt pattern could be very, you know, useful item to have in my summer wardrobe. So yeah. The other skirt that I really want to make is the Deer and Doe Fumeterre. And it's on my Make 9 list, and I already have made it up. I made it up earlier this year, and I made it in sort of a grey wool, wool suiting. And I really like how that turned out. I really do. But I haven't worn it that much because I should have made it up earlier in the winter. Also, I feel a little bit conspicuous in that because it really does look like sort of an Edwardian walking skirt. And it's not something that a lot of people tend to wear at the university. So, but I do really want to make a summer version. And I will make the same version that I made last time, and that's the version with the zip in the front. Okay, and the last pattern that I really want to make up is the Saturday skirt set by Friday Pattern Company. I have made 2 of those skirts before. I made them last summer, and 2, actually, my great surprise, I love them. I don't tend to wear skirts that are sort of midi length. They are generally either to my knees or like full length. And that's because I don't tend to think that midi skirts are very flattering on me. But I absolutely love those skirts. and I wore them a lot because they were light and easy, breezy to wear, and they sort of work with a lot of my tops. This time, however, I am intending to make the full set. I haven't made the top yet, but I really want to do it. I do have a very precious fabric that I need to get made up, and it is this one. I don't know what it is. This is not usually something that I would go for. The colors are a bit on the warm side for me, but seriously, every time I see this fabric, I'm just, you know, it brightens my mood instantly. And I really want to make this up. I bought this from Rainbow Fabrics, and actually I would love to make the Davenport in this, but I don't have enough fabric for that. So I'm kicking myself for not just buying twice as much when I could. But yeah, I really want to make this up into a dress or a skirt, but I don't have enough to make the one that I know will fit me. So yeah, I'm sort of thinking about this still. And yeah, I'm not sure what I want to make. I have been considering the True Bias Calvin wrap dress because I have that pattern, and I mean, it looks stunning on all the people I've seen who's made it up. But I'm a little scared to cut into this. So I really, if I make that, then I'll need to make a toile. I mean, I never toile anything, but I will, because this is so precious to me. Okay, so that was it. That was, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dresses and 3 skirts. So I'm going to be busy. I have a conference coming up in June, and I really would like to make one new dress for that. And we have booked a vacation for July. So that would also be a good excuse to get things made up. I'm not going to make everything here before that because I won't have the time, but I am really looking forward to getting my teeth into some nice spring and summery makes. This video has turned out way too long already, so thank you so much for sticking with me till the end if you're still here. And thank you so much to all of those who, you know, leave me comments and press the like button and everything. I really, really do appreciate every single one of you. And next time I will be back with some plans for the rest of my summer wardrobe. So I'll see you later.